Hello everyone, welcome to my first weekend vlog for the fall. So I am trying something new where I'm only doing weekend vlogs, and this is the first one. I'm not doing them every weekend, but I will be doing them when I have a reason to. And the reason I'm doing it this weekend is because I am doing a few books that are coming out really soon, and I want to do a little ARC vlog like I have been doing in the summer, but one that is a lot more manageable for me. So I am reading specifically ARCs this weekend. I've already read one today, which is called The Jane Austen Remedy by Ruth Wilson. This one is not what I expected going in, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be honest. So this one is about Ruth Wilson. It's in her memoir about the time when she was, I think she said 70, that she bought a cottage and ended up living a life all by herself, and how she decided to go back to happiness and using Jane Austen's books as like kind of the starting point for that. So first of all, the idea sounds interesting, but for me, it felt like it was wandering too much. It just kind of felt like we would be in one idea and then we'd move off to people that she knew or people that she had talked about stuff with, or times in history or her life story, which is interesting to a certain extent, but not when that's not what I'm wanting to read, because I want to read about how, you know, going through depression or going through a certain time in life can be impacted by what you read. And I didn't get that from this. So unfortunately, I think it might be a 2-star, just because I think I might have had the wrong expectations, but it also felt disconnected in some ways. And I think the best way I can describe it is it's like going for a walk in the forest. Instead of staying on the path, you see a flower over there, so you go over there, and then you come back to the path. Oh, and then over there you see a squirrel, so you go and follow that squirrel for a bit, then you come back. And that's kind of what this felt like. It felt like it was a lot of side ideas, and I don't know. Maybe it wasn't the memoir for me, but it just didn't feel like what I was in the mood for or what I was expecting when I picked it up. Yeah, it just felt kind of disjointed like that. So I think I have to give it a 2-star. I really want to enjoy it more. Maybe you will if you have a higher expectation, or not higher, but different expectation than I did. But yeah, unfortunately, I started this vlog off with one that did not really hit my sweet spot, and that's just how it is. I am planning on reading a couple more. I'll be reading The Christmas Murder Game, and I believe this one's by Alexandra Blake. I think that's her author name, or her name, the author. And this one I've already kind of like started a little bit, and then I had to stop because I wanted to wait until I was ready for the weekend. And this one's about someone who is due to inherit, so she goes to the house for Christmas. But in the beginning, it was just so cool. It was like, for these 12 days of the book happening, there will be one anagram on each page of what the 12th day of, or what that day of Christmas would be. So like a partridge in a pear tree is going to be an anagram there. Also, there are, I think she said 15 great houses named scattered throughout the book, so you can be on the lookout for those too. It looks just so much fun, and I'm really excited to read this one. And then the other one I'm planning on reading is the sequel to Eleanor. So I would like to read Eleanor this weekend. This is an ARC that I received, and I received it like right after this was published. So I didn't get it in time, so I didn't prioritize it, but the sequel to it is coming out October. So I'd like to read that very quickly. I think it comes out like October 2nd, the sequel, which is called Mary. And these are books that are based around the colony in North America set in 1580s or 1590s. So it's really interesting to me. Different kind of take on historical fiction. So I will be trying to get through this one, Mary, and The Christmas Murder Game this weekend. So those are my big plans, but I do have to do first aid tomorrow for 8 hours. And then I'm doing nursery on Sunday. So we'll see. I don't have the Monday off, even though it's the Queen's funeral. We didn't have enough time to inform parents, so it's not a closed day for us at daycare. But I will be working for them. So I'm hoping that I can finish these 3 books the next 3 books. Maybe a little bit tonight, but probably not. I'm going to probably go to bed in preparation for first date at 8 a.m. Love that for a weekend. But then I'll have the evening of Saturday and Sunday, and hopefully I can get some reading done for these arcs. So I hope that we just get going up and up. So I hope the first one was just not the right book for me, and I'm okay with that, but the rest I hope will be. So I'll check in later. It is Saturday afternoon, well, more like evening almost. I did not realize first date until 5:30, but that's okay. It is done. I got 99% on it essentially, and that's out of my way for 3 more years. However, today I got a message from Chris, from Chris's Corner. So we've been reading the Enola Holmes book series together, and I have the arc of Enola Holmes and the Elegant Escapade. Now, I've been waiting to read it because I wanted to read it with Chris. We have enjoyed reading all of the books so far, except for book 1 together. So I'm going to be reading it this weekend too. It's now officially added to what I'm planning on reading. This weekend, I do have to, today, well, I might be changing my upload times because of, I put out a video. Because of a lot of things, I'm trying to reevaluate when I'm posting my 1 video a week and whatever else. So I'm probably going to change that to afternoon time because it's probably just easier for me instead of like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm probably going to change that up, but I do need to edit my wrap up for the first half of the month. Then I also would really like to get through now Enola Holmes. Also, the Christmas Murder game, which I have started, and it's really interesting so far. It's basically like this traditional game of like, I don't know, treasure hunt where whoever gets the answers right and finds the final clue gets the extra present of the year. But this time the present is the house. It's interesting. We're following Lily, who is also there really because she wants to find out the circumstances around her mother's death, because her mother was always declared, was it a suicide or natural or a fluke accident, something like that. But Lily finds out that her aunt, who has since passed away since just before Christmas, and is setting up this whole party or whatever, believed that her mother was murdered. And also, the lawyer thinks that Liliana, the aunt, was murdered as well. So it's kind of an interesting setup for that. So Lily's really there for that, but also whoever wins the game gets the house. Yeah, it's really interesting so far, and I'm enjoying it. So tonight we're going to be reading part of the Christmas Murder Games, but also Enola Holmes and the Elegant Escapade. I'm trying to say that. Tipping at my tongue. Anyways, I'm just really excited that Chris got their hands on a copy so quick because we get to read it now. Very excited. So I will be starting that tonight. Yeah, not too long though. It's also like 240 pages, so that's really great. Anyways, I'm gonna get to reading and resting because bright lights, 9-hour day. My brain's like, we done. We're quitting, we're done. And I think I just need to recover it. So I'll check in later. Hi, it is like 8:30 at night, I think. It's somewhere around there. And I have finished Enola Holmes and the Elegant Escapade. This one is by Nancy Springer, and I'm giving it 4 stars. I really enjoy being back in the fast-paced world of Enola Holmes. This is where she is interacting with one of her friends from a previous book, Lady Cecily, and the struggles that Lady Cecily continues to have with her father. I'm not going to go too much more into detail because I think that'd be spoilers for everything else that happens in this. But the mystery is really interesting, and I actually really enjoyed the different things it brought up, but I can't say for spoilers. This is definitely a series that as the books went on, it got better and better. So highly recommend this series and continuing on with it. I don't love necessarily how, I don't know, how it's just kind of like too easy at some points, but at the same time, it's a middle grade, even if it's a high middle grade mystery series, but I still feel like it could be more in depth. It's definitely more of like a character-based book series instead of like mystery plot-based book series, which is okay. I'm accepted it and I like it. So yeah, really interesting, really great development between Sherlock and Enola and all the characters and all the adventures. So I would recommend. So I'm feeling really tired. I'm probably going to go to bed, to be honest, but I planned on reading The Christmas Murder Game and Mary and Eleanor tomorrow. That's not going to happen. If it does, I'll be very surprised, because there's a live show tomorrow for the Narnia Readalong. And after that, I'll probably just want to read The Last Battle and be like done the whole Narnia series. However, I think I will be aiming to finish off the Christmas Murder Game and Mary. Even if I don't read Eleanor first, I think that'll be okay. So that's my aim for tomorrow. But yeah, so far 2 arcs down, and not fantastic on one, but fantastic on the other. So not awful time so far. Hi everyone, welcome to this wrap up. I ended up actually not filming at all. I felt really awful on Monday, migraine wise, and then I ended up being really sick on Tuesday. It's Wednesday morning, so I'm a little bit late, but I wanted to update you on what I finished. So I did finish The Christmas Murder Games by Alexandra Blake. I'm giving that 4 stars as well. It was quite interesting, and I liked how it was kind of a play on the 12 Days of Christmas, while also having the murder mystery element and being stuck in a house and like no way to get out and having a murderer present. I thought it was really interesting in that way. There were some things that just were like, ugh, that's a little too cheesy for me to give it a 5 star, but I think it was a really fun Christmas murder mystery and I really recommend it. It was really interesting. It followed Lily, who's trying to find out what happened to her mother, but also trying to just survive in this place after one death happens. It is really, really fun and like clue solving. I also didn't love the fact that all the clues were the same style. I would have liked a different kinds of styles throughout the clues, but overall, like that was fantastic. So really enjoyable, and I highly recommend that for a Christmas murder mystery. So there's that one, and then I read the Jane Austen Remedy, and that one I unfortunately gave 2 stars to. It just wasn't my kind of thing. I went in with the wrong expectations, and I expected a memoir and I got kind of like a biography. So I mean, it was interesting in some ways, but overall I was just kind of pushing to get to the next Jane Austen section. So that was disappointing, just for my expectations, I guess. Then I also finished Enola Holmes, which you just saw, and I gave that one 4 stars. So 3 books over the course of those 3 days. And I have started, and I kind of started during that time too, The Women of Rothschild. Now that one I did not expect to finish because it is ginormous. It's like 450 pages or something. When I'm talking to you now Wednesday morning, I've reached 5%, and I honestly haven't put too much effort into reading it dedicatedly. I think it's because I've been sick. So yeah, but that one's going well so far, and I'm enjoying it. That comes out end of October. So yeah, pretty good. I'm not sure what the dates are for the ones that are to come out yet, but I will put the date on here for the Christmas Murder Mystery or Christmas Murder Game, and then also the date here for The Women of Rothschild, which I believe is the 25th, but I could be wrong. Enola Holmes is already out, but you should definitely check that one out as well. And if you are interested in the Jane Austen Remedy, check that one out too. It comes out today when this is being published. So please let me know down below if you have read any of these books. Well, if you got advanced copies, or if you are planning on reading any of them, but also if you would like me to do another weekend arc vlog in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I will chat with you next time. Bye.